But, you know, in a coalition situation, you know, of course, you may have to compromise. I don't think you have to give up any of your principles, but you may compromise in a situation because you know where politically things are at, you know, as long as you're not giving up your principles.
Yeah.
You know.
Is ambition based more on fear or joy?
I think, unfortunately, nowadays ambition is based too much on fear. And though I think the joy-based ambition is the kind of thing that, to me, I like to see. I mean, I see it mostly among scientists and engineers and some of the really brilliant thinkers that you'll find like on the TED website and things like that. That there you find that sort of ambitious joy of discovery, of discovering how the world works and being able to explain things. I think that's wonderful, but there's so much ambition that, you know, everyone, you know, just trying to have control and, you know, make a lot of money that, you know, as witnessed with the complete blow up of the stock market right now.
Yeah.
That's where ambition goes wrong, and I think whenever ambition is selfish, I mean, it's almost as if there's ambition for collective growth, you know, for a community growth, and then there's ambition for individual enrichment, you know, and individual enrichment at the expense of somebody else. And that's what I think, you know, that's where, to me, that's what I think is ineffective when it's done for yourself. Because, you know, I mean, whatever people, you know, they get the wife, they get big house, they get the car, and then they get the divorce, the house is split up, you know, then they lose their job, everything falls apart. You know, when people are living for that mythology, you know, when it's actually set up, there's all kinds of stuff set up for them to fail, you know. So to me, it's like living for the wrong ideology. If they're living for their community, well then, you know, it all grows. It all grows together.
Well put. So can satire be destructive?
Oh, absolutely. Satire, it pops the mythology is what it does. It pops the bubble, the mythology that people try to create. People are, with their words, always trying to sort of make you forget, you know. It's trying to brainwash you into believing that, yes, the surge worked. You know, kind of stuff. And I think, you know, satire, and, you know, it's sort of like, you know, if you watch Jon Stewart and them all the time, they're breaking down the mythology that these leaders keep trying to blind us with, you know. And it's almost like that guy Blagovich, you know, being probably the perfect example of the stonewalling leader that people used to be able to get away with more, but, you know, nowadays nobody can get away with anything since everything's recorded and it's kept in records. So, you know, that's what was so wonderful during the last campaign season is looking at like Brave New Film's website, and they'd have all the Fox News hosts slandering Obama, you know, again and again, calling him a Muslim, calling him, you know, mispronouncing his name, doing all this stuff that, you know, you would think people would be disgusted by it, but still, you know, their viewership is still high.
Right. But here's the issue that I'd like to discuss further is that, you know, we came out of Mad Magazine. We have roots in that sort of satire, and then we started seeing fake news early in Saturday Night Live and various other, that was the week that was. Now, I contend that Jon Stewart, The Onion, and even the whole run of Johnny Carson does more harm in that it pacifies people rather than activates them, and especially in regards to like the slew of political films that we've had recently. But the most important probably being Inconvenient Truth, you know, winning an Oscar, bringing up an issue. Does this really activate people, or does it just alleviate all the yuppies sitting there watching PBS or HBO going, oh yeah, I agree with that, and then they don't really do anything?
Well, that is kind of a challenge because, I mean, I think the filmmakers want to create issue-oriented films to motivate people to action. Right. You know, and in general, the paradigm is that if you present people with information that shows how screwed up things are and yet provides